So what it do? What it do? Uncut boxing talk. Uncut
Yo,
boxing.
yo,
My boy
yo,
Tucci in the
Yodi.
building. Yes, sir.
No, I'm
Definitely
in the
want.
building.
Yes, sir. What you got? What you got? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, you already know it's Big Tucci, man. You know, we finna get on here and get to talking some shit, finna speak on a few topics about, this boxing. You know, we love to do this in this group, man. So if y'all boxing fans, if y'all out there that, y'all won't have something to do when it comes to fight night and things like that, y'all come join our boxing group, man. If you
Yes,
are
sir.
like, all the fellas, all the guys, we be in here, man. We just be shooting the shit, man. Definitely enjoyable. Definitely good topics to talk about.
Yes, sir. Having fun. All right.
For sure.
We definitely gonna get on that Keyshawn Davis weight cut. Him being overweighted. So what you think about that weight?
Man, to be honest, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I really feel like either Keyshawn didn't give a fuck about making weight, or I think he just was scared to fight De Los Santos. Like you said, bro, I think he's a dangerous fight for Keyshawn, and I think Keyshawn didn't want to punk out and actually make some type of other excuse to be like, oh, I injured myself and trained in camp and or whatever the case may be. I just think he either didn't give a fuck about making the weight, and he thought De Los Santos was going to take that fight anyway, or he was scared just to fight him
And
in certain aspects.
and the thing about that, like that weight, them 4 or 5 pounds, and once on fight night, he will balloon up, and think he probably gonna go in there and outweigh him at the
Yeah.
same time, and then on the other hand, might not take the fight. They saw the
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight, so they like, oh no, we can't repeat that. So it's either
Right.
not fight or balloon up and think I could challenge him, I could outweigh him and outbully him. So
Yep. But see, that's the thing. That's what I was saying about that Ryan Garcia coming in the way he did with that Haney fight, how he ballooned up like that, how he was that big. And I think they tried to take a page out of that book also. But the other team wasn't going for it neither. Like, hell no, you seen how that fight turned out. We're not gonna risk it. And then saw somebody else say like they just thought he was gonna take that fight because he hasn't been in the ring, so he was trying to get paid. So they just thought he was gonna be thirsty for the check. Like, fuck it, like let's just take the fight. Shit, it is what it is. I need the money type shit. But it didn't happen that way.
I'm telling you that assault, man, hey, that's a dangerous boy. Hey,
Yeah,
Kristen,
yeah,
like Keyshawn Davis, hey, you can't go up in there and think you finna knock a boy out in the first 2 or 3 rounds, but then talking about that, hey, I'm too big for this weight. Hey, but if
yeah.
you
You
lose,
did all that shit talking in the beginning, and then when it came to fight night, you call yourself the businessman, but you wasn't about business. But the whole time, I think while he was talking all that shit, he knew that he wasn't gonna make weight. He knew
definitely,
that shit.
definitely,
So it was just kind of like you did all that popping it for what? That was dumb, man. And then you made your home city yourself, your whole event that you brought all these people out to come see you. You made yourself look like an asshole, bro.
yep. And think about that, like, so with him being too big for 135, so 140 is the next chapter in his book. So who should he fight at 140, or what you think he gonna do? How
I mean, to be honest, I liked it the weight that he was at. I think he was great at the weight that he was at. I don't know who he should fight at 140. I wouldn't even I would have to see a tune-up fight between him and someone at 140 to see if his power carry over to 140. I mean, he has pop in his punch, but like I feel like when you go up in weight, when you throwing them shots that you was throwing at that lower weight, these bigger fighters take those punches better. So I would have to see a tune-up fight with him with someone. Like
I think
I don't know. I don't know who to put him in there with. I wouldn't
I'm
know who to put him in there with. Like putting him in there with like a dangerous 140 pounder or whatever. I think it'll kind of I don't know if it'll play out in his favor.
And the thing about that, I want to piggyback on his weight. So 135, he said he came in overweight, but at the same
Yeah,
time he was calling out a dual
yeah,
Mason. So he
yeah,
was calling him out, and you know Mason at 135.
yeah.
So you calling
But
this
if
boy out at the
looking
press
at, I'm
conference?
looking at, if I'm looking at Abdullah Mason, but I'm looking at Abdullah Mason body frame, bro. He has a frame that can pack on a lot of weight. It looks like he
Yeah,
can pack on a bunch of weight. I think Abdullah is even bigger than 140 if he puts on the
yeah,
weight that I believe he can put on. I think he's naturally bigger than Keyshawn. I think
yeah,
Keyshawn can make 140, but I think he will be a small 140. He wouldn't
yeah.
be like a overly big or a huge size 140. I think he'd be like a regular size 140, like a small 140. But I think if Abdullah was to make it, I think he would be a big ass 140.
So yeah, Mason he gonna move. He said he will chase on Keyshawn too, but
Yeah.
with Keyshawn moving to 140, and he trying to get that fight with Tio. So Tio 140.
Keyshawn wants to fight Tio.
He want to fight Tio.
I
So
think
Tio
that'd
at
be a good
140.
fight.
I think
I think
I
that'll
would.
be a good fight. I
I
think it'll
think
be more surprising to Keyshawn than what he would think it. It wouldn't be a cakewalk. It wouldn't be. It
definitely.
wouldn't be a cakewalk at all. I think he would give Keyshawn problems. Like far as picking a winner out of that fight, I believe that fight would to me would be 50-50. That's a toss up because
And,
Tio
and
got some skills. He's fast and he can punch hard.
and he athletic, real
Yeah,
athletic.
he's very
Definitely.
athletic.
So with him
And
moving to 140, you do got Richardson, you do got Cambosis, and you got a few other
I'm not a
champions.
huge fan of Richardson. I'm not a huge fan of him. Like, I mean, he can fight, but I'm just not a huge fan of his. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not. I've seen a couple of his fights. I believe that eventually he's going to get beat. He can get stopped. He gets hit a lot.
definitely. He got to show me more. To
Yeah,
I think fighting Cambosis. Don't get me wrong, Cambosis. I like the name, but Cambosis is to me a little bit overrated.
yeah.
To me,
Cambosis is
he's a dog. Don't get me wrong. He got heart and everything, but
yeah,
at 130, I think he was at his best at 130. So now he moving to
yeah,
140. I think 140. I think he's too small to fight Hitcherson. So I think it'd be an easy
yeah.
fight, Hitcherson. But Cambosis, he will go in there and fight. So
That's what I was going to say. It'll be interesting because Cambosis is not going to lay down, and I feel like Hitcherson is going to think a lot that he can just bully him. But I think Cambosis is going to have some shit for his ass. Not saying that Cambosis is going to win the
I
fight,
won't be
but
surprised though. Hey,
I would. That's what I was going to
I
say.
won't
I
be
wouldn't be
surprised.
surprised if Cambosis end up coming out on top. But I think Richard Hitchison, he gonna end up biting down on that mouth guard and getting in there and start wearing Cambosis down. But like I say, I wouldn't count Cambosis out because he's fired up. He's fired up. He's ready to go. It looks like he mean business. Like
Got something to prove.
hell, his fucking coach slapped Hitchison, his dad or whoever the fuck. They was bad. Listen, he told him, "Go get your boys, man. Go get your
We got
boys."
my boys.
You feel
You
me?
bring your boys. I got my
I
boys.
what? And you know what? Them Ireland or whatever the fuck they Dublin, whatever the fuck they from. They be doing that bare knuckle shit. Like they be fighting
Yeah,
out in the street and shit. So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got some boys,
It's gonna
that
be.
be doing it.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Definitely.
Yeah,
Think Hitcher's gonna take it, but I wouldn't be surprised of the upset with Cambosis. So I
yeah,
won't be surprised. So
yeah,
I think Keyshawn will probably take the winner of that one,
yeah.
or you gonna have to do something with him. With him
Keyshawn
and
just
his brother
damaged his
jump.
name, bro.
Hey, him
I'm
and brother.
disappointed in him. Like, it's like when I first watched Keyshawn, like when he was coming up, it seemed like he was a humble dude. Like he was like, man, like, I'm humble. Like basically, like I'm gonna be the next, the way he presented himself. And then, like you said, he got this money, bro. And he
Mm-hmm.
just became he's too cocky. The way
Telling
he
you.
was talking, the way he was disrespecting people, like he just got on, money changed people, bro. And I feel like it changed him in a bad way. And it showed that night when him and his brother decided to go do that dumb shit that they did, like sore loser type
That
mentality.
was some bullshit. That was some
Yeah,
bullshit. Like jumping on that boy because your brother got his ass whooped.
yeah. That
And he was
that
going
wasn't a
for
good
that.
look.
So
That
definitely.
wasn't a good look.
So I don't know where Keyshawn gonna go from here. So hopefully he go back to the drawing board and start thinking about that nickname, the businessman, because what he doing right now is not about business. So hopefully he go back and
Mm-mm.
start thinking about what he gonna do and 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 setting up to that next. So
Yeah.
Tank Davis and Lamont Roach too.
Shoosh.
I definitely wanna.
Hey, I feel like that is going to be a crazy, interesting fight again. It's going to be an interesting fight again.
Yes.
I
So
think Tank is going to come out more hungry, but I feel like Roach is going to match that energy. He knows what to expect from Tank.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the first fight. Good fight. It was a draw. I didn't think Lamont Roach won. I think a draw was a good way. But I think this fight, Tank, he gonna come out a little bit different.
Yeah,
I think Lamont Roach, he gonna come out the same. But I think Tank gonna come out a little bit different. He might even get the stoppage.
yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight.
I
I think it's gonna
think
be a good fight though.
I think to me, honestly, to be honest, I think due to whatever the reason why Tank took that knee, I feel like Tank lost that fight because of that. I feel like outside of that, due to going back and forth, it was a draw. But I feel like that knockdown that Lamont Roach, that it didn't get called, rather Tank had grease in his eye or whatever the case may be,
Should have
that
been like,
alone should have put him up by at least a round. And
yeah,
I feel like if you're gonna call it a fight or whatever, and something like that happens, you should call that a knockdown. But up
yeah,
until that, I felt like it was a draw because a lot of people wasn't used to seeing Tank, someone coming back giving punches to Tank, how Tank was giving punches to them, and they were surprised that Tank was getting hit, but they wasn't paying attention to that Tank was also doing a lot of hitting too. He was
yeah.
hitting him too,
Tank,
you know what I'm
Tank,
saying?
out,
But
Tank outlanded him like crazy. Like the statistic of the
yeah,
fight, um, Tank outlanded him. He had a Tank landed more power punches. His all around average punch average was output was better than Lamont Roach. But Lamont came
yeah,
to fight though. He came to
yeah,
fight. He
yeah.
fought his ass off. He
I
fought
think
his
second fight, I think Tank is gonna, like I say, he's gonna come out very aggressive. He's gonna come out aggressive from the start. He's gonna be looking to hurt Lamont
mm-hmm.
Roach. But I really feel like eventually it might, like you said, it might either be a stoppage, a TKO win, like somebody gets stopped, or I don't think it's going to be like a clear knockout, but I think he may stop Roach, but I believe, or if not, it may go all 12, but I believe Tank gonna come out the winner.
Yeah, me too. So definitely, I feel like Tank was like he said he was planning on retiring. He had a whole bunch of shit going on. So I'm not saying that's an excuse, but he was already making excuses before the fight. Like he said he was thinking about retiring from boxing. All the people talking shit about him, man. Far trying to be more of a businessman, family man, and all that. So and him and
Yeah.
Roaches, they grew up together, so they friends.
No, they
So
cool. It was respectable shit talking on both ends. You feel me? Like they,
and people was sleeping on Roach. Like I said, Roach can fight. Tank said
yeah,
Roach could fight.
bro.
Just because
He's a
people
technical
call
because
big
he
names,
doesn't. People didn't watch Roach or people didn't really know Roach like that because he wasn't like a big known fighter. But if you watch boxing, if you were a boxing fan and actually watch boxing, you would see that
yeah.
Roach actually could fight. Through the fights that you watched him fight, Roach was putting shit down. You know what I'm saying? And
Roach,
he was doing it in a way where it was like, damn, he good.
yeah, Roach could fight, man. Like I said, and Tank knew that. from the jump because they grew up together. Like I said, sparring sessions, the amateurs, like
Yeah,
Lamont could punch, like and like I said, even on fight night, Lamont told people Tank is a small guy. Like he
yeah,
said, he came in, he was bigger than Tank. Like Tank is a small 135 pounder.
he
Like
is. He
he's a
is.
small guy. So
Yeah,
I definitely see another good fight, great fight. It can go all 12, or it might be a late stoppage with Tank taking that dub.
yeah,
But Tank gonna have to come
yeah.
in. But I'm gonna tell you, Tank gonna have to be he gonna have to be 100% there.
Man, he gonna have to be on point because from what I read in that first fight, Roach reads fighters. Roach know
Exactly.
how to read other fighters. Like he knows when you get in the ring, he knows how to read what you're doing. And
Yeah,
if he
dog.
start to catch on to your rhythm, if he starts to catch on to what the fuck you're doing, he will counter punch the shit out you. Like he
Roach is a
knows how to counter punch punchers, and that's what's dangerous about him.
Roach. Roach is a dog. Like people don't
Yeah.
understand that boy. Yeah, that boy can fight. So
And it
I'm
looked like
definitely
he
waiting.
got a
Like
little chin on him too. Like shit, if you
yeah,
hit
hell
him, he's
man,
gonna
hell
hit you the
yeah.
fuck back. He's gonna hit you the fuck back. Like don't think you gonna hit him and he gonna be rocked and he's not gonna return. He's gonna hit your ass back.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, then Keyshawn talking about he want to get in the mix of that fight. So it seemed like a lot of people trying to call out Lamont now because of that fight with Tank and think it's gonna be an easy fight. But
Yeah,
Lamont, yeah, even if he get knocked out, Lamont Roach is a great fighter. So
yeah.
he will be champion at 135.
I like that fight between him and Keyshawn Davis. Shit.
Yeah, I
On the
definitely
real.
watched that.
Hell, I like a fight between Lamont Roach and the dude, what's his name? The Ghost.
Man, hey, fucking Frank Martin,
Frank
him.
Martin. I would like a fight. I would like a fight between him and Roach. I think that'd be a great fight. Roach
Now
has a lot of fights lined up, bro. If he does what he needs to do, even if he lose, bro, I feel like he will have a couple of matchups where he can make some money, bro, and people will watch because of what
yeah,
he did to Tank.
Frank Martin at 140. He moved to 140. Keyshawn moving up to 140. We could do
Yeah,
Keyshawn versus Frank Martin.
yeah. I wouldn't
We,
mind that fight.
we could do
I
Keyshawn.
wouldn't mind that fight.
They're barking at 135 and fucking Frank Martin said he'll welcome him to 140. So that'd be a good fight because Frank Martin can fight too, but he just that Tank fight. Like he been in there, he sparred with Tank, so he know the power of Tank, and I think he was hesitant of the power. That's what got him knocked out. Was
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
him being too cautious.
Yeah, I think he was. I think to be honest, Frank was damn near winning that fight, or it was even. But
Yeah,
again, he start running. If
he
you
was in the
look at
fight.
what was going on, Martin started backing up. Like I don't know
Yep.
for what reason, but once he started going backwards and Tank started going forward, that's when he started fucking up. Like it was like you
Yep.
become the matador. You became the bull has risen and you the matador. You try to dodge the bull all night and
Telling
that's
you
impossible when Tank is on the bully.
with the high guard,
Yeah,
like
with the high
high
guard.
guard, and
Yeah.
then bam, bam, they slept
And his
him.
ass, I think he weaved the wrong way and got
Yep.
caught. he
Too
he
cautious. Hey,
weaved the wrong way and got caught.
and the thing about Lamont Roach didn't give a fuck. He went up in there like, hey, a lot of people were scared of Tank when they go up in there, so they already knew
No, he
like
he matched Tank. Like I said, he reads fighters, bro. He matched Tank energy, bro. He did
he
not he
know
did not allow Tank to be the bull. He
he,
became the bull too. When
he
Tank
knows
wanted to
Tank.
be the bull, he was like, "No, you're not fit to be the bull. I refuse to allow you to do that."
And the thing
And
that
that's what made that fight interesting.
and the thing pissed me off about that, like people still counting like Lamont, even if like beating it should have been the draw. Like Tank fought a great fighter, a less known fighter, but Lamont Roach could do that to anybody at
I
135.
believe. I mean, I didn't already seen him do it. He didn't already knocked out who was the dude that Earl No, well, not was it the dude that Earl
Nah,
Spence fought? He
he
beat
fought.
the guy. He
Nah,
beat somebody that had just came off like a real good
Tank.
fight. I forget the bald head man.
Yeah, he the same dude that Tank fought. Lamont
Yeah,
fought him
and that
too.
dude gave Tank
Garcia,
some
some Garcia.
issues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
he
yeah,
gave Tank some issues, bro.
yeah, hell yeah. I
And
forgot his name
Lamont
too.
Roach went in there and put them the beats to him.
I'm telling you. So, man, like I said, the people counting them out. Like, nah, man, that was a great fight. I ain't no cherry pick going wrong. Nah, Tank knew who the fuck he was fighting. He knew that was a dangerous fight.
Yeah,
He know they know each other.
yeah.
Like he telling people Lamont
They didn't
Roach.
spar already. They didn't
Yeah,
already fought back in the day, and then shit. From
like
what I heard, they said hell, them fights was close back then.
yeah, them niggas homeboys. So fucking Canelo and Crawford.
Oh
Canelo and
man, man. Now you know I love me some motherfucking no homo. You know I fuck with my boy Crawford, man, but I fuck with Canelo too. But
man.
I think Nello gonna win. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not counting Crawford out. Shit, I think Crawford may go for the upset, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and the thing about it, it wouldn't really be an upset, because
It would
Crawford,
because if you look at
Crawford,
them odds, they got Canelo. They got everybody got Canelo, so it would be a huge upset.
it's based off his weight, but Crawford is a
Why
man that
everybody think Canelo just so big, bro? He was
no,
small.
no, that's why they pick him. A lot of people. Canelo started off at 147, small
Yeah,
guy, small guy. So you look at it like Canelo been knocking out people way bigger than him. So
right. He's small,
Crawford
but
not
he's got big man punching power.
Crawford not gonna fight Benavidez. He not gonna fight Belanga. He ain't gonna fight Callum Smith. He not gonna fight none of the fighters that Canelo fought
Canelo
because
fight, right?
it wouldn't be a fair fight. But since Canelo is a small guy, it bring him more closer to Crawford
Yeah,
ability to fight him.
right.
So the
But
thing
why
about
you think that is? Why do you think Canelo was able to fight those guys? Was it skill, or do you think how I feel? I really feel like he could be fight those bigger dudes because Canelo punching power was above, middleweight and heavyweight punching power. Like he was really punching like he was a fucking heavyweight, like
his
or
skills is
a light heavy.
exactly his skills is he went from Canelo is a boxer puncher, so he could
Yeah,
box punch
Canelo
you.
has skills. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't
His,
seen him getting. I seen him get tagged a lot, like get
his,
hit by bigger dudes and smaller dudes too, and
his
he
defense
absorbed it. But
exactly. His defense is like if Crawford, I mean Canelo moved like he fought during like his middleweight days, where he was like not just like he could stand there and move his waist, move his head, and have people throw
yeah,
10 shots without even touching them. But he got to the point
yeah,
to where he became a knockout artist to where he just want to walk you down. If he feel
yeah.
like he can take your power, he don't mind getting hit to throw a hit, to throw a punch.
I
So
would have to see Crawford in there with him to see how he absorbed Canelo power. If he can't take Canelo power, he's in trouble. Which Crawford gets hit a lot too. Crawford has
Crawford,
been tagged. Crawford has been rocked by fucking Gamboa. If
exactly.
you watch that fight, so him getting
Ring
hit by
scheme,
Canelo is a different ball game.
he
You know what I
could
mean?
a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous
Yeah.
fight. Crawford,
That goes back to the bull and the matador. He's gonna
Crawford,
have to play the fucking matador for a few rounds or probably the whole fight because if he get caught, it could be a bad day, a bad night.
Crawford not finna do that. Crawford got too much. He got too much pride, too much heart. He not finna
But that
run.
pride could get your ass, man.
Crawford,
Listen, you see what Marquez did to Manny Pacquiao.
exactly. And if Crawford could pull this fight, like they said, they asked if is this fight Crawford fighting Canelo is better than Mayweather win over Canelo. I think Crawford win over Canelo is way more greater because Canelo is way more accomplished.
Yeah,
I think
it'd be yeah.
when Mayweather fought him,
I didn't even have Canelo even beating Mayweather. So yeah, if
yeah, that was
Crawford beats Canelo, yeah, it'll be a way bigger accomplishment for him. Uh, versus what Mayweather did because Mayweather was already expected to beat Canelo,
so
in my opinion.
imagine Mayweather fighting this Canelo at the same age Mayweather was when he beat him. I think it'd be a lot of different.
I'll still have Mayweather.
Yeah.
That's how
Mm,
I feel because I feel like Mayweather, not because Mayweather can punch hard. I think Mayweather's skill set alone is so fucking great, bro. When it comes to defensive shit, I feel like he will fuss straight the fuck out of Canelo like he did all fucking night, and he will land his shit, and then he will get out the way. I don't think Crawford has Mayweather type like defense or skills. Crawford more of a you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back ass person. You feel me? And I feel like with if you're gonna go like that against Canelo and you're smaller, you're technically smaller than him, but well, y'all may be the same size, but Canelo punched like a fucking a mule. You
yeah.
that might be a bad time to do that for you.
And the thing with
You know what
Canelo,
I'm saying?
he fought Mayweather back then. He was a super middleweight. He was at 154 or 150
Yeah,
something. He was
yeah.
21. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't nowhere near even close to the Canelo he is now. I think back then, I think Crawford would have beat the Canelo back then at 154 because he didn't have the defense he have now.
Man,
Punching
no,
power.
I don't. I think the old Nello was fucking that man was fast. He
I
was
get.
fucking fast and he
I,
was fucking powerful. He was
I,
steamrolling shit.
I will say the middleweight Canelo, the middleweight Canelo, the 160. I think that was the
Did you
best
see how
Canelo.
big that motherfucker used to look? Like he was like
Yeah,
swole. Canelo was swole than a
I,
bitch. Like,
I think when he fought Triple G, I think that was the best version of Canelo when he was at middleweight. The 160 version,
man,
160
when
version
he
when he fought
did what's that big head ass boxing black dude name when he turned damn that knocked his motherfucking head off his shoulders.
he talking about
Uh
fucking
Man, I felt
uh,
like I said, this nigga, boy, that's when
uh
I found out that man was drinking his own piss. I said,
man, what's his name? Fuck.
you know who I'm talking about. The
He
lady
from
boxer
Texas.
trained him.
He from Texas.
Yeah, the lady boxer trained him.
Yeah, he from dude from Texas. Hey, babe, type in. My girlfriend will pull it up right now. She out here.
James Kirkland. James
James
Kirkland.
Kirkland. Fucking
Man,
Kirkland. And
he
Kirkland
put
was a
that
power
boy,
couple too.
he put that boy in a blender.
Man, that boy, hey,
When I
that nigga,
saw him
that
do
nigga
that, I
lips,
said, oh Lord.
that nigga lip, hey, his lips went one way, his eyebrows went another way, his nose went up. That nigga face like Sloppy Joe. Hey, for real.
Oh man,
That shit was
dog.
crazy.
Hey, that shit reminded me of how Martin got did by Tommy.
Hey, for
That
real. Hey,
episode of Martin.
that shit was funny. Man,
Oh
that
man,
nigga
the way he went down, I said, man, it's over. He better not come back in the ring again. He ain't gonna never be the same.
and that's what scares me about Crawford, man. Crawford, I think he should fight one fight at 160 or at least fight like a. I think Crawford should fight Caleb Plant or somebody at 160. Um, Tim Zoo or um, but Crawford he taking all this time to get that 168 pounds.
I think Crawford, he's going for the money fights because of his age.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
I,
It's a money
I
grab.
feel like it's a smart move to fight, and it's a daring move
If
also
if
to fight Canelo because not only even if you take that L, you dare to be great, but also, you know what I'm saying, you finna get a big ass paycheck because a lot of people is gonna, be viewing that fight, watching that fight. So I really feel like, with his age or whatever, Crawford ain't trying to fight that long. Crawford probably only got a couple fights left. If not, this Canelo fight can probably be his last one due to how the outcome
If
may
he,
turn
yeah,
out. You know
he
what
could
I'm
be out.
saying? So yeah, so I
So,
really feel like he gonna go out, with a big ass bag. He gonna go out with a dangerous fight, but with a big ass bag.
so with Crawford, if so, it's a win-win for Crawford. Uh, lose win for Canelo. So the reason why it'd be a win-win for Crawford, he dare to be great. Win, he'll be one of the best boxers in our generation.
Yeah.
Canelo lose. Hey, you lost by somebody that moved up, but one of the great boxers of today era.
Mhm.
But it make Canelo seem like, was he really that good, or was Canelo really Canelo? And if Canelo
Mhm.
win, he was supposed to win.
I feel like if Canelo lose, um, it's gonna be a cause for a rematch. They're gonna try to run that shit back
Oh, they
because
will.
they're gonna say that, oh well, Canelo wasn't a Canelo. He was. It's gonna be all type of excuses. I feel like if Crawford lose, I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, it's to be expected. But if Crawford wins, they're gonna have so many excuses for Canelo. They're gonna try to force Crawford to run it back. But I don't think Crawford may not ever give him another chance to even due to how the
Right.
fight turned out. If Crawford was taking a lot of damage and he won, or if he was taking not that much damage and he won, I don't think Crawford will give Canelo another shot. I think he'll take that win and he'll be gone.
Yeah, rise to the sunset.
Yeah, yeah, it'll
So,
be it'll be over with.
well, Crawford said after that Canelo fight, he was thinking about moving back to 154. So
Yeah, to fight
154,
who though? Who's down there?
he might fight Boots. Boots finna move to 154. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I forgot to tell you. You know who Canelo? You know who Canelo's supposed to be bringing in as a sparring partner?
Who?
Boots.
Oh shit.
He bringing Boots in. Well, what I heard, he bringing in Boots as a sparring partner to get him ready for the
Mm.
fight. Perfect.
Well, if he's bringing in Boots as a sparring partner, that means he's taking Crawford serious, bro.
He
So
taking. I think he taking a shit. He's not finna sleep on Crawford.
I don't know
He's
why
not
he's
finna
on
sleep.
the internet with a easy money shirt. You saw that shit floating around.
You know he gonna talk his shit. You know he gonna
They
talk his shit.
say they like a cussing Canelo.
Yeah. Canelo know how serious this fight is because like he always put Crawford on his pound for pound list, and he picked Crawford to beat Spence. Um,
Yeah.
he beat Crawford to beat Matchamar. Um, so he far as Crawford, we gotta see how Crawford gonna be at 168. Crawford, if I was Crawford, I would come in at 162, 163.
I believe Crawford is
I
gonna.
I,
I
I
believe
come
But Crawford might come in. I mean, what do you think Crawford naturally his walk around weight is?
I say
Because
his
he's
walk
not
around
big
weight
at
is
all.
probably like maybe 175, maybe 175. Cause
So
Crawford like
Crawford is
five
gonna be
nine, five.
comfortable coming in. He's Crawford gonna be coming in, and then what's
Oh
the
yeah,
weight limit? 160, 168.
yeah. Crawford gonna come in comfortable.
Yeah, he's coming
He
in
gonna come
heavy,
in
bro.
that.
And
He
he's
gonna come
gonna try
in.
to
He
balloon.
gonna
I
come
think
in.
he's gonna try to balloon up closer to his walk around weight when they get in that ring to
Mhm.
absorb to try to absorb Canelo punches, bro. He's probably gonna come in at the weight limit.
The
One
thing
probably like
about that,
157.
what I do say about Crawford, he know how to place punches to where he'll hurt
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah,
Like he do know how to place his punches pretty right. But Canelo,
yeah.
man, if Canelo go back to the middleweight Canelo to where he'll start moving his waist, his head, hey,
I
Canelo,
just see,
hey,
man. Listen, I even saw within in that fight with Canelo and Bevo. I saw how Canelo was trying to punch through Bevo's guard, bro, and Bevo was holding that block up like, if this nigga get through, or if I don't have this block up, and okay, baby, if I have this block up or whatever the case may be, if I don't have this block up, he's gonna hurt me. And I feel like even with Crawford having that block up, Canelo is gonna punch his arm so hard, bro, that it's
he
gonna
was.
take his block down.
We
And
saw
it's
how he
not
did Carlos
gonna be
Smith,
good, bro. It's
but
not gonna be good, bro. He's gonna be trying to punch through, and I think that's what's gonna kind of wake
he,
Crawford up. Like, man, this dude is different. Like, okay, baby, like this dude is different because not only am I blocking it, but shit, it's hurting me to block his punches.
like people look at
No.
Canelo, like Canelo. A lot of people look at him and they don't know how it is until they go in the ring with him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we saw Charlo, Charlo. It was different because Charlo don't fight like that, but Canelo made him fight like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because you got to think about it. They go in there afraid, bro. They already go in there afraid of Canelo's punching power, and I think
yeah,
that's plays. If you ever seen Charlo fight, he was not afraid to get hit by a lot of people, so he went in there to bully. So when
so
you
I was
in there with a dangerous ass puncher, bro, it's gonna make you change your fucking the way you fight. You're gonna
I was
be
hoping
way more careful.
I was
Get
hoping to
down.
see I was hoping to see Charlo and Crawford like right after the Spence fight.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that fight so bad. I just felt like that would have been uh, and on a cool. I would have probably leaned a little bit towards Charlo, just based off
Mhm.
his athleticism and punching power. Cause Matchmall
But
gave
I thought they was homies. I thought they'd never fight each other.
who
Spencer and
no
you
not
said
Spence,
Charlo?
Charlo and Crawford.
Oh yeah.
That would have
I
been a
would
crazy
know.
fight.
I don't know who will win that fight.
Me
I
neither.
think Crawford is still small for the Charlo, but I think Charlo skill wise is not as good as Crawford.
I think his athleticism and punching power and his jab is what I felt like Charlo got a badass jab. Hey,
He do, bro.
he got a
He do.
he got
He
a fucking
do. And
sharp jab.
he be pumping that bitch out.
Yeah, pump that bitch out.
He
And
definitely pumps it out.
and Crawford got a great jab, but his timing is pretty good. And then
Yeah.
Crawford, he'll punch in like him punching with fighter. That's what make Crawford dangerous. He'll punch.
I think it'll be a back and forth match. I believe I believe Crawford may just barely edge it out. Barely. But I think it'll be a back and forth match.
I think if it would have been the same Charlo that fought the Argentina guy, Brian. He fought the Argentina, and when he became undisputed, the Argentina guy. I forgot.
Yeah, I know you talking about. I forgot his name too. Shit. I forgot his name.
If he fight like how he fought him, uh, it just me when I
Who
when
was the Charlo that fought the black dude, the light skinned dude, and he was knocking every fucking body out.
no, you talking
Uh
about J Rock? What is it?
J Rock, yeah, that's his fuck Williams. That
Yeah, yep,
motherfucker was a problem, bro. The
yeah,
way Charlo rolled off that motherfucking
man,
that punch, and bro, and he was sharp as fuck that night, bro. If
man,
that Charlo comes in and fights Bud Crawford, I think he would beat Bud Crawford.
yeah. Hey, I'm telling
Cause
you, he was
he was
dangerous.
on point with him, like he wasn't playing no boy. He rolled off
Man,
that punch and gave that boy the nastiest hook uppercut I ever seen in my life.
uppercut. Hey, nasty, nasty.
Okay. Yeah, it was
So
nasty. I'm like, man, it was mean. I'm like, man, that shit was mean. If he catches anybody like that, it's good night.
All right, we're gonna do our prediction on Crawford and Canelo, um, and wrap it up for the uncut boxing.
Okay.
So September 12th, Canelo versus Crawford. Who you got
I
and why?
got I got Canelo and I got goddamn it, Bud maybe with an upset. I got Canelo because of Canelo's punching power, his skill set, and not just because he's bigger. Because I technically don't think Canelo's that much bigger than Crawford. But I just think fucking Canelo punches like a fucking mule. And on top of that, he has the same kind of skill set as Crawford. And I don't think Crawford ever seen or understands just how good Canelo is until he gets in the ring. But I also feel like Crawford has the ability to adjust and deal with a lot of things that Canelo can dish out and possibly upset him if he fights the way the way I feel like he can. But
Exactly.
I do have Canelo winning that fight.
Is it by stoppage or is going all 12?
Um, Possibly stoppage, like in the later rounds, due to a TKO. But I don't think he's gonna like all the way knock Crawford out. But I think it could be like a 11 round stoppage if
Gotcha.
Crawford like can't take any more punishment.
Gotcha. And the same with me. I got Canelo um, based off his punching power. Like you said, Canelo is a small guy. He's a small 168 pounder. A lot of people look at the size difference. The size is real big. Canelo's 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah,
Came from welterweight. Height wise, Crawford bigger. Length wise, Crawford's longer. Um, Crawford do got the skills to really upset anybody, but he
yeah,
does got the skills to overcome Canelo power and skills. So I do
yeah.
got Canelo maybe in the ninth or 10th round.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I agree. Hell, I'm shit. You're not wrong for that one because that's gonna be crazy, bro. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be better than the Spence and Crawford fight. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot better than that. It's gonna be a
So
lot better than that. I mean, even though that fight was good, but it was kind of like one sided. That shit was one sided.
yes, sir. And with Turkish
Definitely appreciate you for tuning
making the
me in.
ring smaller.
Oh yeah,
All right,
that's
y'all.
the no
There we
running
go.
rule.
No running rule. I forgot about that. So we got to talk about that real quick before we go. But y'all can like,
Yeah,
comment, subscribe to our YouTube page, Raw Uncut Boxing. But Turkish man, hey, he don't want no more track stars. He
man.
don't want no more
I
track
don't
stars.
blame him. After that fucking Devin Haney fight, that shit was crazy.
Yes, sir.
That
So
shit was crazy.
we're gonna see how boxing gonna turn out. Like a lot of people say it's hit and not get hit, but a lot of people don't want to get hit and don't hit. So
Facts,
we gonna
facts.
see how I do. So hey, thank y'all
Shout out to
for
Turk,
tuning
man.
in.
Shout out to Turkey Al
Yeah,
Sheik, man.
sir. Shout out. Hey, he making boxers great again. Hey, he handing these boys big paydays. Um, hey, but other than that, hey, this is our first segment. Hopefully we have a whole bunch of people watching. Y'all tune in, like, subscribe, comment. Hey, we're gonna try to do this twice a week and keep y'all updated on boxing
For
and
sure.
talk. So hey, make it do what it do.
Make it do what it do.
Yes,
Till
sir.
next time, it's Big Tucci, baby. Love J Rock.
Yes, sir. Hey, see you next time. Love.
All right. Love.